So today I'm going to write ads for a financial company or institution who offer merchant cash advance. Now, I've not done this before. I've been sent an email that please help me write some really good ads. So this is my thought process as to how I would look at a landing page or a website and then try to write some really good ads, which will hopefully get you the right click and then the conversion. So the first thing you need to do is to look at your keywords. What are your keywords? I'm going to go to Google and then I'm going to put in merchant cash advance. That's my keyword. That's my core keyword. And you will find there are lots of, well, not lots, but 4 ads as a number of ads showing through at the top. And then you will see all the organic ranked links and some videos over here as well. So I will look at these websites and see what they're up to, what they offer, how they differentiate from my client's website, and can I advise something to my client that, look, you need to be doing something similar or something different, because what you are doing is not what your competitors are doing, unless you have got some really different offers. But you get the idea as to why we research, because you want to research this thoroughly and then get ideas and see what kind of headlines they are writing. And I want to write headlines better than theirs. Okay. Then I have got some websites over here, which I have opened up already, where I will go to and get some ideas as to how they have set them up, what the call to action is, and what their offer is, and I want to improve upon it. So the way I always write ads, me and our agency, is we don't go into the Google Ads interface and start typing away frantically. That's the worst way you can write any ad, because you will be in a hurry to write them and save them, right? What you want to do is write them, step away from your computer, or perhaps come back the next day, revisit, look at the copy, what you've written, and then you will find, this doesn't look so good. I thought this will be really nice, but it doesn't make sense, or it's not what our offer is all about. So it's always good to have a break, or even if it's not next day and you want to finish it off in a hurry, go away, get some coffee or tea or whatever, and then come back after 15-20 minutes or after your lunch break and then have a look at the copy, what you've written. All right. So this is how we would write the ads. You create or open up a spreadsheet, Google Sheet, Excel, numbers, whichever you use, it really doesn't matter. We want to write 15 headlines and 4 description lines, because this is for our responsive search ads. I would then just make a subheading over here, headlines, and that is for 30 characters long. And then there's a little formula in here where if you type in equals to LEN, and close bracket. Okay, and then I'm just going to, this is a little shortcut somebody showed me, drag this little box in the bottom right hand corner and it will copy all of them. And now I can start typing in here, and then I can see how many characters we have got left. So if I start typing something here, you can see 11. So it's easy to write ads. All right. Now I need to start looking at my headlines. So the first one is the merchant cash provider. That is, every time what you want to do is put that core keyword of that ad group as headline 1 and pin it, because you don't want that not showing up in the ad, because Google will pick up 3 headlines or 2 headlines And if your headline does not contain that keyword, then it doesn't make much sense. So you don't need to stuff every 15 headline with keyword merchant cash advance, then it's going to look really boring, keyword stuffed ad. You want your ad to flow nicely. So even if I have one keyword in here and maybe one or two another one of these headlines, and then perhaps one or two in the description, no matter which headline or descriptions Google picks up, it will flow nicely and it will read nicely. Okay, so this one, growth capital for founders like you. So that is not a good headline for me. What I want to do is to look at merchant cash advance. So merchant cash advance provider loans. Okay. All right. So if I put in, I'll try and zoom it in a bit so you guys can see it a bit properly, those of you watching on your mobile. All right, that works better. Merchant cash advance. So I've got 9 more characters. Now people are also looking for best, cheap, and especially when you're going for loans, low interest and things like that. So you need to keep those in mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write things like cheap, so I don't forget. Low interest, best. Other things which come to mind is, let's say, for bad credit, people who have got adverse credit, they can't get loans from the bank. So you need to think outside the box as well, and you need to see what people's pain point are, that somebody with a bad credit history, they can't get the typical loan. Merchant cash advance can help anyone with or without a good credit history. They can't get loans, overdraft. So these sort of things you need to pinpoint. You need to hit that pain point in your ad. This is why we go to Google when we have a pain and we are looking for a solution to our problem, right? So these are the sort of words which I would try and include this in my ads. Okay, so merchants, I will say cheap. That works. All right. Okay. Then this is also important, how much, right? Or how quickly. So I need to put this, how much. Okay. Time. That's important. People need, and just to give a little bit of background to what merchant cash advance is, you need to understand that market or that niche, right? I study these always. So if when we get somebody new, then I will study that market and niche. So these are business owners who are looking for fast cash. They are struggling to pay any bills, grow their business. They've got big projects going. They need funds in an emergency, and they need the funds or cash very fast. So it's not a case of they have to prepare business loans, business plans, and so on. And then it will take them weeks to get their hands on the cash, right? So I'm just going to put in some numbers from 10,000 to 1 million. Okay. Apply in 5 minutes. Get cash within 24 hours or something like that. All right. So now that is 44 characters. Now I can see that that's gone over. Apply in 5 minutes. So I can add a little bit more over here as well. Easy to apply. But people don't like filling in long forms and take hours to make an application. Get cash within 24 hours if that's what you offer. All right. Now I'm going to go back to this supercharge funding for your marketing and inventory. Okay, apply. See now over here, apply in 5 minutes, business loans from such and such, offered as fast as 24 hours, and so on. Fast, flexible funding. That is a really good headline. Revenue-based financing. That's also very good headline. So I would say fast and flexible funding. Revenue-based. What was it? Funding, I think. Funding. What I could do is I could put in like loans, so this is a bit different. With these kind of loans, there is no it does not affect your credit score if you apply and you get rejected, right? So it does not affect your credit score. 33. I will have to take something like this out. Does not affect credit score. That we could do. So now you can see that within 10 minutes, in less than 10 minutes, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 headlines. I know it's a pain. Whenever I see an account, very rarely do I see all 15 headlines being written. Google is giving you 15 headlines. Write it. Spend a bit of time. Write all the 4 descriptions. All I see most of the time is 5 headlines and 2 descriptions, because people are lazy. They just want to throw some headlines and descriptions and get started. No, spend some time, take a step back, spend some time over here, because this is going to give you better results. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing this. The other thing which the merchant cash advance is for is to pay your bills, emergency cash, pay the tax or whatever you want to do. So you can say instant cash for paying bills. Use the cash use the funds for your cash flow. 31. That's so annoying. I hate it when it goes to 31. Use funds for your cash flow. That sounds good. All right. Then we want to put in some more who can apply, right? Benefits. That is a good. Quick funded. Get funded quicker for less. That's really good. Dedicated support. No dilution or personal guarantees required. Repay on your terms. This is really good. You guys can't see it properly. Hold on. Just move this a bit more. There you go. I like this headline, repay on your terms. You see that I'm capitalizing each and every word that is as per Google's best practices. Always do that. On your terms. All right. And I haven't even gone to some other websites yet, right? I'm just looking at one. Dedicated support is good. Get funded quickly. That's also good. Dedicated support. Get funded quickly. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 more. Oops, I need to add 3 more. Okay. Even though I'm demonstrating right now, I'm going to write all 15 so that you can see how easy it is. See, money you can use to buy stock, new stock, invest in growth plans, or just keep your cash flow smooth. Really good benefits, right? Buy new stock, invest in growth. Really good. Keep your cash flow smooth, because that is one of the biggest problems any business owner or entrepreneur has, cash flow. So need to put cash flow a couple of times, right? Keep your cash flow smooth. Now they've written applying won't affect your credit score. Then you can also give some social proof. Over 5,000 reviews, over 5,000 plus pilot reviews. Now, what's wrong with this headline? Have a little think. Is this Trustpilot is a trademark, so you will get the eligibility of this ad would be limited. So take that out, unless you have got special permission from Trustpilot that you can use the trademark in your ads. You can bid on trademarks, but you cannot use trademarks in your ads. So if you're selling iPhone, you cannot use iPhone or Samsung or Motorola, Google, and all those words in your ads. So over 5,000 ads or reviews is fine. All right. See, apply online in 5 minutes, get approved 24 hours, borrow from 1 to 5. That's a good one. Borrow from 1 day to 5 years. That is a really good feature. Borrow from 1 day to 5 years. Job done. How long it took me? So you don't have any excuse not to write all 15 headlines. Now, what you can also do then is, if you are running short of time, then you can copy 3 headlines from here and make it into a description for 90 words, right? Or you can write differently. We keep our pricing simple. And this is where you can, so we'll only charge interest on your outstanding balance for the days you use. Only pay interest on outstanding balance. That's a good one. Only pay interest on outstanding balance. Okay. I've got more character count. I can now put in things like re-emphasize that description of the keyword again. So something like cheapest or lowest fees and interest for your merchant cash advance. Okay, it's gone to 96. I'll need to take this one out, put it here. And then over here, I will just put something like a call to action. Apply in 5 minutes. at your funds. 89. Yeah, that works. Okay. So you can talk about, we can accept applications from all kinds of business, no matter the age. Okay, you're a limited company or partnership, basic details. Okay, bank statements. All right, so that is really important. So here we can say you only need your bank statements to apply. Last 12 months of bank statement. So the reason why I put in 12 months is if somebody is new and they have not run the business for 12 months, then they know that, oh, I need 12 months, and they may not click the ad. And you are kind of like disqualifying or qualifying your click. So always do that. You can also put things like the interest, any setup fees or interest rates, put the number in. Over here, let's say interest from only one. I'm just putting in a number. No setup fees. That's good. All right. I'll go on to another one. Instant code for emergent cash. This will not impact your credit score. Credit score not affected. Funds in as little as 4 hours. Loans from 2.9%. This is good. Over 30 million funded for small businesses. That's a really good headline or description. The 3 simple steps to apply. Yeah. That fits in nicely. 84 characters. Reduce stress, because this is what happens when you don't have any cash. Everybody is stressed. Get cash fast. How many hours or days there was. That's again is a really good description. So I've got 4 description, 15 headlines, and less than around 20 minutes or so. So it doesn't need to be very complicated. There is no excuse not to write all the headlines and descriptions.